My name is John Britton. I am the Security Operations Center Manager for Rocus Networks. It's my job to manage the operations of all our customers and ourselves from a security operations point of view. Currently within the news, there is two incidents that have happened from a cyber security point of view. The first one is Dunkin Donuts. They have recently reported that their application has been compromised, which has put personal information out there that can obviously allow a hacker, if they gain access to it, to be able to manipulate that information and not only obviously gain access potentially to the application, but then tie that to other personal information accounts or more sensitive information. And what I mean by that is obviously Dunkin Donuts have reported that first name, last names, email addresses, the passwords tied to that, and also Dunkin Donuts account numbers have been breached. But what that really means from a security point of view is if I can tie that email address and also password to another third-party account, maybe on a low level it ties to a social networking account, maybe your Facebook, that enables the hacker to potentially gain additional information on the name and account details that they've gained from this application to then potentially use it as a social engineering ploy to maybe further them on a different type of attack, more specific to you, especially if they can tie you to potentially a senior, more sensitive role within a specific company. And then on a more business level, with that compromise, if that email address is a business email and it utilizes the same password, what hackers are doing nowadays is they're gaining this information, potentially tying that into your email account and gaining that information. But additionally, they're also scripting and checking other accounts like Dropbox, ShareFile, Box, cloud-based storage systems that basically hold business sensitive information. So although we're talking about Dunkin Donuts application that is a very low level application on your phone, it could have actual quite larger consequences if it is able to tie to a business account. So from a security point of view, and especially from Rocus Networks point of view, we would definitely recommend, and from all levels, to have segregation of personal versus business. And then additionally, from a personal point of view, I would suggest that if you can and you have the ability to do that, have a separation between sort of low-level applications such as Dunkin Donuts, which has only ties down to purchase orders and allows you to gain additional coffee and donuts down the line, in comparison to maybe your more personal email address that you are probably sending a little bit more sensitive information or information that can enable a hacker to gain the upper hand against you in a more social engineering attack. So then the second article that we've seen this week in the news is the breach for Atrium Health. They've reported 2.6 million accounts or sensitive information has been taken from a third-party company. And then further into the articles and to the breach information, they have confirmed that at least 700,000 accounts have been definitely compromised that hold social security number, personal addresses, personal information, and so on. So what this is obviously tying to is definitely more of a sophisticated breach because the information is tying down to extremely sensitive information, which will allow the hacker the ultimate upper hand against you, either to A, sell your information online to allow people to replicate your information and clone who you are, or it allows them to, again, use social engineering ploys to reach out to you and entice you to pay bills that you may not be aware of because they are obviously not true. We're seeing this time and time again from hackers that are emailing people in hopes that they will obviously just pay a couple of $100s and not think about it. But obviously with the sensitivity of this information, it is definitely psychologically engaging you in a way that you're like, well, I've only given my social security number to the hospital, so in theory, this must be a legitimate email. But obviously, currently, we'll definitely recommend that you obviously double check if it means phoning up the company, checking all the facts on the email. And then obviously if Atrium Health do reach out to you, currently there may be a reason for them to say, hey, we're just confirming that your information has been stolen. And if they are not taking obviously the next steps to protect your information by getting you some insurance, I would definitely personally take that next step and obviously try and get a agreement with a third-party company that's probably about $30 a year that will obviously just look after all your information. And obviously if it does see it in a data breach, they'll reach out to you and obviously protect you a little bit more. The difference obviously between the two, Dunkin Donuts are obviously self-managing their application and the information held on that. But unfortunately for Atrium, they were utilizing a third-party company. And obviously this is seen time and time again where rather than go after the big bank, you can go after the third-party small company who are probably not as well protected. So obviously for the business owners out there, we're definitely obviously asking them to not only ask themselves, am I secure, but also ask, are the companies that we are sharing our information with also secure?